All right, we're back to the action-packed board meeting. Thrills and spills.
Track modification for CH2M Hill, which is also AKA Jacobs now. There's been an acquisition, but for contract purposes referred to as CH2M Hill. For technical assistance services for the repair project.
Yeah,
also better
technical
known as
assistance, right.
TRIMET first entered into a two-part contract with CH2M Hill for this project back in 2012. Part 1 was for the development of the Hop Fast Pass system, and Part 2 was for the implementation of the system. As you know, we have successfully launched HOP last July. The project was on time and under its projected budget. Now the scope of the project is evolving. There are multiple integrations underway to improve efficiency and expand partnership opportunities. Just last week, we launched a virtual HOP card that's available in Google Pay, the world's first. Staff is now requesting additional funding with CH2M Hill.
Yeah, they're always were good at bells and whistles at TriMet. The most neoliberal transit agency in the world is really good with the neoliberal gimmicks. Now CH2M Hill wants more money, and we know how that works at TriMet. Any corporate contractor can come back and get more money, but don't you forget to pay your $250, because they'll have the goon squads after you.
In an amount not to exceed $445,000, as well as a contract extension through March of 2020 to conduct this work. The additional funds will allow for consistent technical assistance services to support TriMet in its expanded rollout of the HOP Fast Pass. We believe this is very much a revolutionary product with near limitless possibilities.
Limitless.
Your recommendation is
limitless possibilities. See the kind of bullshit they throw around. It's got unlimited possibilities. This HOP. Yeah, give us more money, tax money that could be used for actual services. They can't even find enough drivers to take that job. And like good neoliberals that they are, they won't raise the salary. They'd rather the riders wait than to pay more to the drivers. It's such a scam. The whole complex is such a scam.
Thank you, Mr. General Manager. Any questions on this resolution?
I will be recusing myself.
Okay.
Who's recruited? Somebody.
That's right.
Somebody
did that before.
I forget the last name of the young man, Chris
Tucker.
And I know he left. Did he go over to CH2M?
No.
Whoa.
Chris Tucker is.
If you can tell me, I don't get.
He's gone into another small partnership firm.
All right.
Oh.
Subs underneath a number of different firms.
Yeah. See, the revolving door, government business. The revolving door. It's quite a system we have here in this country where once you're in for life, but getting in there, man, you're out. We have such a morally bankrupt society we live in.
I count on him to answer the questions that I.
Yeah, Chris Tucker was good. He got out of there.
Well, Ryan, who was here earlier this morning for the TSC, she is the new and improved Chris Tucker.
Okay. All right. Next time. Thanks.
The new and improved Chris Tucker. Pretty funny.
Doug, I'm just kind of curious. On the last page of the staff report, it lists the integration efforts. So low-income fare, virtual cars, Lyft paratransit, ticket vending machines. It also includes bike lockers. I'm not familiar with how that would need to be integrated.
Part of this is trying to integrate our network beyond just transit, but those who use transit as well. So yes, bike lockers would have the capability to use the HOP card.
Oh, good.
For those,
give us more money for that.
Bike lockers.
Okay.
Down the road.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Nope. See no other questions, then is there a motion to approve Resolution 18-04-35?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Slow, that's the first time, yeah. All right, good. Any further questions? All right, then. All those in favor of the motion to approve Resolution 18-04-35, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? One. All right. That was Director Simmons noting her abstention. All right, so the motion is approved with one abstention. All right, well, that concludes our resolutions for the day. Now we're going to move on to ordinance number 350, which is our second reading and potential adoption. So we will I'll ask TRIMET General Manager Shelley Devine for a second reading of this ordinance by title.
Shelley Devine's not General Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Board President. Ordinance 350 of the Tri-County Metropolitan Transportation District of Oregon, adopting service changes, updating designations, and amending TRIMET Code Chapter 22. This is the second reading, as you pointed out.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
General Manager.
Thank you. Ordinance 350 adopts service changes specifically and update route destinations for fiscal year 2019. This is the second reading, as you've just discussed. We did go through an extensive list at the last board briefing meeting, but I'd like to touch on a few highlights specifically for you here today. This fall, we're looking at an ambitious expansion of our service, which includes, as you heard earlier, the reintroduction of 24-hour service for the first time in more than 30 years. We would start in September with lines 20 and 57. We'd also plan to add a new bus line that will bridge the gap between the MAX Red Line service and PDX in the airport. We'll make additional improvements, increasing frequency and service hours on other lines to serve our customers better and when they need us on their terms. So lots more to come. In March, we're looking at additional service improvements, including a highly anticipated extension of Line 24 across the Fremont Bridge. In fact, you heard about the testimony at the last board meeting, support for that, and through the Northwest Portland to the Goose Hollow Max Station to help people access jobs on the west side. The proposed service changes are the result of numerous conversations and meetings, as well as outreach with our jurisdictional partners, businesses, riders, and community stakeholders. That would conclude my comments, and your approval is recommended.
I think this is a great ordinance. Are there questions? Or other comments?
Just on the handout, it's September 18th. Is that when the OHSU bus changes are going to happen?
Yes.
I was in a fair with them the other night. I got hit up pretty good.
Oh, did you? Okay.
They want it, right?
Oh, they want it. They're very excited.
Yeah, I hope
They want it right now.
They want it, yeah. So,
Right.
good.
Other questions or comments by the board? Well, you, the board, we've seen and heard about the outreach that's been done in the community on the proposed changes. You've heard and seen some of the reactions to these changes. Most all of them very supportive, especially last month's public hearing. And the board was briefed on the equity analysis at its March meeting, where the board indicated that it approved and felt good about its findings. So we're at this point now. Are we ready to offer a motion to approve ordinance 350?
So move.
Have a motion? Have a second? Good. Any further discussion about this, please?
I guess I just want to make one more comment, which is these service expansions and the most recent ones that took place earlier this year have all occurred without a fare increase, and I think that's really important for the...
You know, they keep bragging about that, but I'm going to keep telling you, for those of you who actually watch this garbage, that they had increased the fares to the highest possible rate back 6 years ago, and they're still high. And they've got an increase in the payroll taxes. They've got an increase in the bonding capability. They've got state money coming in. So, you know, give us a fucking break, okay? You get money from all over the place, so stop bragging about we haven't raised your fare. Okay, you haven't raised the fare because you're already struggling with ridership as it is. And if you put up the fare now, you're going to lose more. And that's why they're not raising the fare.
Public to know that we're providing really top quality service and keeping it very affordable.
Thank you very much.
See, that's canned shit, man.
Other comments? That really does...
See how they come up with these canned bullshit? You know, it's like watching Trump, really. It's exactly like watching Trump. They get up there, they say whatever bullshit they think they need to say, and then they just go for it. I mean, all levels of government operate like this. They get up there, they just tell you what they want you to hear, and then they go about their business, and all we can do out here is watch these scumbags lie to us.
Sum it up, and I'm looking for more of these in the future as we move forward the implementation of House Bill 2017. Yes.
How are these going to be broadcast or communicated?
This is actually an interesting question you asked. It's a great question. Something that I've seen in my new role is I think it's important. We plan to take out some newspaper ads. We need to advertise this. We have a very strong following through social media and such, but I do think we need to be a bit loud and proud. And so this is a bit of a tactical change to overlay on top of our existing base to really share, and I'll leave it to the experts in marketing, whether it be community-based papers, Oregonian, or what combination of, but I think you don't get, these type of expansions don't occur every day, so I think we need to push our own envelope a little bit. And
there's a whole lot of them.
These expansions, they had 24 hours. You see, they trip over their own logic because they had 24-hour service. They had an unbelievable comprehensive bus network. That was all thrown out the window for the neoliberal light rail property development concept. So they're sitting here bragging about something that they already had in the past but was destroyed. And now they're bringing back a couple, the 57 was already almost 24 hours, so that's not going to cost them anything. And how many buses are they going to run on the 20 to make that 24? What, 3 buses? It's pennies, okay? They're not really putting any investment into this. It's a tiny little investment. It all sounds good when they make, they get the media to yell and scream about this shit. They get their cronies in the media to just issue their press releases for them. But it's a goddamn fraud, okay, in terms of what it was. They had great service. It was disassembled for light rail. And now, 30 years later, they're bringing back some of the decent service that they used to be rider-oriented. You see, 24-hour service is rider-oriented. Light rail is property development-oriented. What we have, and I don't know, I really don't know if people understand the depths of the neoliberalism agenda, which is to take your tax money and use it to fund businesses. It's used to promote private profit. And that's what's happened here in TriMet, and people, nobody can follow it. First of all, because the TriMet people lie about everything, and nobody really understands the connections.
Is the ones and twosies.
Yep. So good comment. All right. Well, is the board ready for a vote? Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, why would they vote no? Obviously, they're going to vote yes on this.
General Counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Board President. I'll start with Director Bethel.
Yes.
Director Esmond.
Yes.
Director Simmons.
Yes.
Director Warner.
Yes.
Director Stovall.
Yes.
Director Bauman.
Yes.
Director Prosser.
Yes.
Ordinance 350 the motion to adopt Ordinance 350 passes unanimously.
Thank you very much.
Oh boy, what a shock.
All right, so that's it for what's on our business meetings. Is there anything else that staff or the board would like brought before this morning?
No, not at this time.
All right, then with that, I'm going to adjourn our business meeting. We have 2 briefing items. Does the board need maybe a 5-minute break before we start? Okay, good. All right, let's do that.
All right, well, I'm not ready to stop yet, so let's see what they got here. We'll move it forward. Okay, good. Still on break.
Waiting around county.
All right.
Riders.
Oh, bottomly. All right, we'll return in a moment. Come on.
We're here to present on TriMet's annual Attitude and Awareness Survey.
Oh,
this is a
wow.
survey that TriMet does every year.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Significant.
That has to be a standalone. This should be good. This is the rider and awareness survey. This will be good, but this needs to be a separate standalone.